Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's very special Iron Maiden reaction video. So today is a reaction video, but the reason it's special is because we are in the middle of a competition, which you can find out more about by clicking the link somewhere at the top there. Yeah, somewhere around there. And the winner, we will go out and buy merchandise from the winning band or singer. So basically all you have to do is like the video. So if you get the most likes, you will end up in the final. But as I said, more information can be found in the video, which you've just shown on the screen. So as for today's video itself, we had a nice kind of, I guess, reaction from you guys after our first time ever listening to Iron Maiden, and it really was. We're not just saying that to get the views. We like the song, Run to the Hills. I've actually listened to it a few times myself since, just because I quite enjoyed it. We're now going on to, I think it's called Hallowed By Thy Name. Chosen the one live at Hammersmith in London, because somebody did mention we should listen to the one at Hammersmith. And I think in general, we've been advised to listen to live versions of Iron Maiden. So we're going to do that now. You looking forward to it, Brett?
Yeah, like I said, genuinely was really impressed the first time we listened to that, and like you, I've also listened to that track a few times as well because I enjoyed it that much. So the downside now, because we had such low expectations before, we've got pretty high ones now. So, but I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. That is always the kind of the potential risk that comes with it. That, you know, there is a bit of the bar's been raised, shall we say?
Yeah, that's right. Always there.
Okay, so Brett, if you can't hear, just let me know.
I'm waiting in my cold cell when the bell begins to chime, reflecting on my past life, and it doesn't have much time.
Sorry to pause it so early, I forgot to mention as well. The meaning of the song, as we know with Iron Maiden now, thanks to the comments, all songs have real meanings. You know, there's a lot of historical events the songs are about, and I think this song is about, is it looking at it from a dead, I can't remember, I'm making a fool of myself now, like from a dead man or someone else's, I don't know, Brett, you any idea? Have you read the comments?
No, I haven't seen the particular comments about what this song. I did see about where a lot of songs do have, you know, historical, deep meaning or something relevant meaning there, but this one particularly, unfortunately, I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm going to be paying special attention to the lyrics to really try to hear exactly what it's about. But I think it was like from someone else's perspective or something like that.
'Cause at 5 o'clock they take me to the gallows pole.
I think it's about someone who's on death row. That's the one. Okay.
The sands of time for me are running low.
It's quite a long song. There, 7 minutes long. We're not quite halfway through. Brett, what's your kind of early impressions of it?
Yeah, it's obviously very different to Run for the Hills and stuff. But I really like this as well. Again, for me, it kind of has a sort of almost like an electric, rocky kind of feel. It doesn't feel too overpowering. I know, so I was going to try and listen more to the lyrics stuff, but I'm just captivated just by the sort of the music elements of it as well. And I think, because I was worried for, it's obviously not going to be as good as maybe the first time listening, but this feels very different. But yeah, I still really find it quite enjoyable to listen to.
Yeah, it feels very different. It feels like hard rock. Like, it doesn't seem like, to me, doesn't feel like metal music. Like, I don't know what exactly the definitions of metal is, but it just feels like hard rock. And I prefer that to, I don't know, anything that's really, really sort of heavy, if you see what I mean, like heavy metal. The only thing is, in terms of lyrics, like when the song started, it was very slow, and you could clearly hear the lyrics. But then, as it really took off, I couldn't really hear what he was singing about. Because, like I say, I want to pay special attention to the lyrics. We haven't got the lyrics on the screen or anything, so it's a bit of a shame that I'm not able to really hear the lyrics so much. Whereas with Run to the Hills, I think it was more audible, the lyrics. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm interested to know how it's going to develop. Let's crack on. So one other thing I was going to say as well, I forgot to mention, it's been very instrumental heavy. There hasn't actually been that. We've been listening for 3 minutes now. In terms of actual lyrics, there hasn't actually been very much. It's mainly so far been about the instrumentals. I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing. It's just something I've noticed.
My
So, yeah, for me, that was really interesting. The first song we listened to, that was like a straightforward song. I describe it as, it's like it just got going from the off, and I don't know, just kind of got straight into it. It was kind of clear about what it was. Whereas this felt kind of a bit more. I use this word quite a lot, kind of a bit more epic, a bit more kind of a whole kind of show to it. Like it started off quite slowly, and then it really took off, and it was all about the instrumentals. So yeah, a big difference in style, I thought, between the two songs. What did you think?
Yeah, it's a really good way to sort of explain. I think I totally agree with what you're saying there. Actually, obviously, there weren't as much in terms of the lyrics side of things, and I did find that I was captivated by the music that was happening, and I felt the music did sort of create the sort of story that you wanted to hear from that, even though it was just guitars playing. But I felt like it was kind of sort of telling the story in a way. And I think we've done things before. It's quite epic, quite show-like, and I did find it quite theatrical, that one. And I said that's purely just by sort of the music alone, really. So yeah, my toes were tapping, my head was bopping a bit. So yeah, pretty good for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It probably wasn't quite what I was expecting. I didn't really know what to expect, but I just thought maybe something similar from the previous song. But yeah, as we said, it was quite different. And what was interesting for a song, as I mentioned it a few minutes into the song, for a song that was so long, 7 minutes, there were very few sort of words really over the course of the song. So it really was about the instrumentals, and I don't know, all the like the word you used there, the theatrics of it all, and to make it into like a kind of almost like a kind of mini show, I guess. So it was definitely interesting. It's quite. Wouldn't say like I really liked it, but I certainly enjoyed listening to it. Glad I've listened to this. What I presume is a real classic of theirs, as it was requested by so many people. So yeah, it's just like after the first song, it's got me intrigued. I just wonder what else Iron Maiden do, because now we've heard kind of two quite different songs. So yeah, so I think that's it from us. Nothing else to add there. No? Okay, so...
Oh, no, sorry, no, just me. No, but yeah, I was going to say that I still preferred Run to the Hills over this one, but yeah, it's good to see a totally different side to it, and it hasn't put me off Iron Maiden. I still think, well, how come I haven't listened to them for so long? And would still look to see what else we're going to find of theirs as well.
I think actually, before we finish, going back to Run to the Hills, probably one of the reasons I like that more is because it did have that kind of chorus that was quite easy to remember, run to the hills. And I like that part of it. Whereas with this one, it wasn't really about a kind of catchy chorus as such. It was more about the whole event, the whole show. Yeah. So don't forget to like the video to stand a chance of Iron Maiden winning. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you wish to do so, of course. And we will see you again soon for the next one. Thank you and goodbye.